Have you ever wondered about the life of the man who changed the course of history? The heart of the Arabian Peninsula, in the city of Mecca, a child was born who would indeed alter the course of human history. This child was none other than Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him. Born into the noble lineage of the Quraysh, Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, was welcomed into the world in a society steeped in tribal customs and pagan rituals. Yet his birth was marked by remarkable signs, whispers of a destiny that was far greater than the arid deserts of his homeland. His early life was not without hardship. Orphaned at a tender age, he was raised by his loving grandfather, Abdul Muttalib, and later by his caring uncle, Abu Talib. These early years in the harsh desert environment were a crucible, shaping his character, molding him into a man of resilience, integrity, and profound. Even then, he was known as Al-Amin, the trustworthy one. His honesty and fairness were unparalleled, earning him respect and admiration from his community. But his life was not to be confined to the trade routes and bustling markets of Mecca. A greater calling awaited him, one that would transform him from a humble merchant to a beacon of light for all of humanity. As he grew older, he became more contemplative, often retreating to the solitude of the cave of Hira. It was in these quiet moments of reflection and prayer that he sought answers to life's profound questions. Little did he know that the answers he sought would soon be revealed in a manner that would forever change his life and the world at large. Thus began the journey of a man destined to become the seal of the prophets, a journey marked by trials and tribulations, victories and defeats, but ultimately leading to a message of peace, unity, and submission to the one true God. A message that continues to resonate centuries later in the hearts of billions around the globe. How did a humble trader earn the title Al-Amin, the trustworthy? This question invites us into the second chapter of our journey, exploring the early life of Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him. Before he was known as a prophet, Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, was a trader, of commerce. But he was no ordinary merchant. His business practices were marked by a profound honesty and integrity that set him apart. He was known to treat all with respect, regardless of their social standing, and his word was considered as good as gold. In a time when deceit and dishonesty were commonplace in business dealings, Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him's reputation for truthfulness shone like a beacon. He was known not to exaggerate the quality of his goods, nor to hide any faults. He dealt fairly with everyone, and he always fulfilled his promises. His reputation grew, and so did the respect people had for him. They began to call him Al-Amin, the trustworthy. This was not a title lightly given. It was a testament to his character, a recognition of his steadfast commitment to honesty, integrity, and fairness. Beyond his business dealings, Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, demonstrated these qualities in his personal life too. His relationships were marked by sincerity, compassion, and respect. He treated others not as lesser beings, but as equals. He listened when others spoke. He was patient and understanding. He was kind and generous, always ready to help those in need. These qualities did not go unnoticed. People were drawn to him not just for his business acumen, but for the person he was. His reputation as Al-Amin was not just about his honesty in trade, but about his overall character. And so, as we delve into the life of Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, we see a man who embodied the virtues of integrity, honesty, and respect. These were not just qualities he possessed, but principles he lived by. They were the foundation upon which his life was built, the guiding light of his existence. Integrity and honesty, virtues that would later form the cornerstone of his prophethood. Can you imagine the moment when the course of history shifted under the weight of a divine message? Picture yourself in the serene solitude of the cave of Hira. It was here, in this quiet sanctuary, where an ordinary man was about to embark on an extraordinary journey. Our story takes us back to the 7th century, to a time when Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, sought solitude and peace from the chaos of Meccan society in the tranquility of this cave. Without any warning, the silence was broken. An angelic presence filled the cave, the angel Jibril, carrying a message from the divine. The weight of the words was immense. Read in the name of your Lord who created. These were the first words of revelation, the beginning of a divine message that would change the face of the world. Imagine the fear that gripped Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, at that moment. An ordinary man, now chosen to carry an extraordinary message. He was not a scholar nor a scribe, but a humble merchant. Yet he was chosen to deliver a message that would guide humanity towards the path of righteousness. Back home, shaken and in fear, he found comfort in the arms of his wife, Khadija. She was his rock, his pillar of strength. She believed in him when he doubted himself. She comforted him when he was afraid. Khadija was the first to accept Prophet Muhammad's, peace be upon him, message, the first Muslim. Her unwavering support and belief in her husband's mission was a beacon of light in those early, uncertain days. Prophet Muhammad's, peace be upon him, life was about to change profoundly, and with it, the course of human history. From the quiet solitude of the cave of Hira, a spiritual revolution was about to unfold. Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, was no longer just a man. He was a messenger chosen by God to guide humanity towards the path of righteousness. The world was about to witness a spiritual revolution. What happens when a message of peace meets with fierce resistance and hostility? This is the question that confronted Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, and the early Muslim community in the initial years of his mission. Call of Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, to monotheism and social reform was not welcomed by everyone. The Quraysh, the ruling tribe of Mecca, saw it as a threat to their traditional way of life and their social and economic standing. They were the custodians of the Kaaba, the focal point of Arabian pagan worship, and they profited from the annual pilgrimages. The message of Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, which emphasized equality, justice, and the oneness of God, undermined their authority and their livelihood. The Quraysh responded with violent opposition. They subjected Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, and his followers to a relentless campaign of persecution. They were ridiculed, boycotted, physically assaulted, and some were even killed. Despite the risks, Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, continued to preach, and his followers remained steadfast in their faith. They saw in his message a vision of a more just and compassionate society, and they were willing to endure hardship for the promise of a future. But the persecution took its toll. The early Muslim community was pushed to the fringes of society. They were isolated, marginalized, and made to feel like outsiders in their own city. Yet they did not waver. They held firm to their beliefs, supporting each other and drawing strength from their shared faith and their belief in the mission of Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him. In these early years, the character of Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, was put to the test. He faced adversity with patience and resilience. He did not respond to aggression with aggression, but with kindness and compassion. He forgave those who wronged him and prayed for their guidance. His actions set an example for his followers and for all those who would come after him. Despite the trials, the message of Islam continued to find receptive hearts. The early Muslims' courage, resilience, and unwavering commitment to their faith are a testament to the power of the message of Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, and the strength of their belief. Their story is a reminder that even in the face of adversity, the truth will always find a way to shine through. How does one respond to rejection and hostility with patience and perseverance? This question brings us to a pivotal moment in the life of Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, the journey to Taif. In the 10th year of his prophethood, Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, embarked on a journey from Mecca to Taif, seeking support for his message. Taif, a city nestled amidst the mountains, was a place of potential allies. Yet, the Prophet's hopes were met with harsh rejection. Upon his arrival, he respectfully approached the nobles and leaders of Taif, presenting to them the message of Islam. But instead of the support he hoped for, he was met with ridicule, scorn, and outright hostility. The leaders of Taif not only rejected his message, but they also incited the townsfolk against him. Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, was chased out of the city, pelted with stones, and left wounded and bleeding. But here's where the real story lies. Despite the harsh rejection and physical harm, Prophet Muhammad's response was one of patience, hope, and an unwavering faith in God's plan. He did not curse the people of Taif, nor did he pray for their destruction. Instead, he turned to God in prayer, expressing his weakness and vulnerability, but also his steadfast commitment to his mission. This moment serves as a profound lesson in perseverance. It's a testament to Prophet Muhammad's unwavering faith and resilience in the face of adversity. He didn't allow the rejection to deter him from his mission. Instead, he saw it as a test of his faith, a test he met with patience and hope. The journey to Taif, though marked by hardship and rejection, ultimately highlighted the strength of Prophet Muhammad's faith and his unwavering commitment to his mission. It was a journey that underscored the power of patience, the strength of perseverance, and the boundless capacity of faith. Even in the face of adversity, his faith remained unshaken. Through the trials of Taif, Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, demonstrated that faith is not just about accepting blessings, but also about enduring hardships with patience and hope. How does one find hope and a new beginning in the midst of immense hardship? This question is answered in the story of the Hijrah, the migration of Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, and his followers from Mecca to Medina. The year 622, Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, under the cloak of darkness and with a bounty on his head, embarked on a perilous journey towards Medina. This was the Hijrah, a momentous migration that marked a turning point in the history of Islam. Journey was fraught with challenges. There were the physical hardships of travel, the constant threat of being pursued by their Meccan adversaries, and the uncertainty of what awaited them in Medina. But Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, and his followers faced these trials with unwavering faith and resilience. Yet it wasn't just the journey that was difficult. Leaving behind their homes and loved ones was a heart-wrenching sacrifice they had to make for the sake of their faith. But it was this very sacrifice that cemented their resolve and strengthened their bond as a community. Their arrival in Medina, they were greeted with open arms. The people of Medina, known as the Ansar or helpers, welcomed the Muhajirun or emigrants into their homes and hearts, sharing their wealth and resources with them. This display of unity and brotherhood was a testament to the inclusive and compassionate spirit of Islam. The Hijrah wasn't just a physical migration, but also a spiritual one. It marked a shift from a state of oppression to one of freedom and justice. It was a journey from the familiar to the unknown, from hardship to hope. It was a testament to the power of faith, resilience, and community. The Hijrah also marked the beginning of the Islamic calendar, signifying its importance in the history of Islam. It was a defining moment that shaped the future of the Muslim community and laid the foundation for the establishment of an Islamic state in Medina. The Hijrah, a new chapter, began in the history of Islam. It is a story of hope, determination, and the triumph of faith over adversity. It is a story that continues to inspire Muslims around the world today. In the scorching expanse of the barren Arabian desert, the Battle of Badr unraveled. This monumental event, named after the humble town near which it occurred, marked a groundbreaking shift in the journey of faith. A modest force of faithful believers, armed with courage and conviction, found themselves pitted against a formidable in the journey of faith. A modest force of faithful believers, armed with courage and conviction, found themselves pitted against a formidable power from Mecca. Yet their faith remained unscathed, even as swords clashed and arrows rained down. Out of this, how the most daunting obstacles could be overcome. A year later, the winds of war blew once more, this time near a mountain known as Uhud. The Battle of Uhud was a test of unity, obedience, and collective vengeance for their previous defeat, confronted the believers. Despite facing an overwhelming adversary, the believers held their ground. However, a moment of disobedience, a break in the ranks, resulted in a harsh setback. This, a lesson, a potent reminder of the significance of unity, obedience, and collective determination. From the remnants of Uhud, a stronger, more united force emerged. Not long after, the believers faced yet another challenge in the Battle of the Trench, or Khandaq. This engagement was a testament to the power of innovative thinking, or Khandaq. This engagement was a testament to the power of innovative thinking and strategic planning. The believers, outnumbered and under threat, dug a deep trench around Medina as a defensive strategy. This groundbreaking tactic bewildered, effectively halting their advance. The believers held their ground, weathering a lengthy siege while the enemy was stalled by the trench. This ingenious strategy showcased the power of innovation and strategic planning, turning the tide of the battle and leaving an indelible mark on the course of history. These pivotal encounters not only shaped the trajectory of history, but can you see the wisdom in accepting peace when victory seems within reach? This question might puzzle some, but it perfectly encapsulates the essence of the Treaty of Hudaybiyah. In the 6th year after the migration to Medina, Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, and his followers wished to perform the lesser pilgrimage, or Umrah, in Mecca. However, the Quraysh, the ruling tribe in Mecca, were not welcoming. It was here, the plains of Hudaybiyah, that a pivotal treaty was negotiated. The terms of the Hudaybiyah seemed to heavily favor the Quraysh. Muslims were to return to Medina without performing Umrah. They could come back following year but only stay in Mecca for 3 days. Any Quraysh who joined the Muslims without the permission of their guardians would be sent back, while Muslims who left the faith were not required to be returned. To many Muslims, these terms unfair, even humiliating. However, Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, agreed to them. He saw beyond the immediate apparent. His focus was on the greater good, on the bigger picture. The Treaty of Hudaybiyah, in reality, was a strategic triumph for the Muslims. It marked the beginning of a period of peace and stability, allowing Islam to flourish. The number of conversions dramatically increased in the following 2 years. The peace also allowed Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, to send letters to rulers of other lands, inviting them to Islam. Moreover, Prophet Muhammad, be upon him's decision to agree to the terms showed his commitment to peace. It demonstrated his wisdom and strategic foresight, his willingness to accept short-term sacrifice for long-term gain. It was a move that not only took courage, but also a deep understanding of the human psyche and the dynamics of power. The Treaty of Hudaybiyah is not just a historical event. It's a lesson in wisdom, in patience, in strategic thinking, and above all, in the pursuit of peace over conflict. It was a testament Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, strategic foresight and commitment to peace. How does one show mercy when power is finally within grasp? This question is best answered by looking at the conquest of Mecca. It was a pivotal moment in Islamic history, marked not by bloodshed or revenge, but by forgiveness and humility, led by Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him. In the 8th after the migration to Medina, Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, and his followers set forth to reclaim Mecca, the city of his birth. It was a city that had cast them out, persecuted them, and waged wars against them. But Prophet Muhammad's return, peace be upon him, was not one of vengeance. It was a peaceful conquest, a testament to the transformative power of faith and patience. Upon entering the city, Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, did not seek retribution against those who had wronged him and his followers. Instead, he granted a general amnesty. He forgave his enemies, even those who had caused him personal grief and pain. It was an act of mercy unparalleled in the annals of history, a profound demonstration of the Islamic principles of forgiveness and compassion. At the heart of Mecca stood the Kaaba, the sacred sanctuary that had been filled with idols. Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, entered the Kaaba and in a symbolic act of monotheism, destroyed the idols housed within. With each idol that fell, he recited, "Truth has come and falsehood has vanished." This moment marked a significant turning point. It was not just the physical idols that were destroyed, but also the symbolic shackles of ignorance and intolerance. It was a reaffirmation of the Islamic belief in the oneness of God, a faith that had endured years of persecution and exile. In victory, he demonstrated the true essence of mercy and forgiveness. The conquest of Mecca was not a tale of revenge or domination. It was a story of mercy, forgiveness, and faith. It was a testament to the strength of Prophet Muhammad's character, peace be upon him, his profound compassion, and his unwavering commitment to the principles of Islam. It was, above all, a reminder of the transformative power of mercy when power is finally within grasp. What does a final message from a leader to his followers look like? Imagine a sweltering day on the Arabian plains, in the vicinity of Mount Arafat. Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, stands before a sea of people. They have journeyed far and wide, united in faith and purpose. This is the farewell pilgrimage, an event that would echo through the centuries. Here, Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, delivers what would be his last public sermon, a message imbued with wisdom and compassion, a message that would resonate across time and space, a testament to his life and teachings. This sermon, Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, emphasizes the sanctity of life and property and underscores the importance of justice. He expounds, "O people, just as you regard this month, this day, this city as sacred, so regard the life and property of every Muslim as a sacred trust." It is a timeless message of equality and brotherhood. He affirms, "An Arab has no superiority over a non-Arab, nor a non-Arab has any superiority over an Arab. Also, a white has no superiority over a black, nor a black has any superiority over white, except by piety and good action." He speaks about the rights of women and the responsibilities of men, reminding his followers of the mutual respect and kindness that should exist between them. He counsels, "Treat your women well and be kind to them, for they are your partners and committed helpers." In this farewell sermon, Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, also urges his followers to hold tightly to their faith and to the teachings of the Quran, expressing, "I leave behind me two things, the Quran and my example, the Sunnah, and if you follow these you will never go." This was more than a sermon. It was a blueprint for a just and equitable society, a call to uphold human dignity, and a reminder of the core values of Islam. These were the final public words of a man who had forever changed the world. What kind of legacy does a man of such stature leave behind? We've journeyed through the life of Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, from his humble beginnings to his ascension as a beloved prophet. Now let's reflect on the enduring mark Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, has left on humanity. Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, was more than just a man. He was a beacon of wisdom, a symbol of unyielding faith, and an exemplar of profound compassion. His life was marked by honesty, righteousness, and a tireless dedication to serving the divine and his fellow humans. His teachings, encapsulated in the Holy Quran, continue to guide billions of lives worldwide. His words resonate with timeless wisdom, addressing universal themes of love, peace, justice, and the pursuit of knowledge. They offer a roadmap for leading a life of integrity, underpinned by a deep respect for all of God's creations. Prophet Muhammad's, peace be upon him, personal life also served as a testament to his teachings. He treated everyone with kindness and respect, regardless of their status or beliefs. He advocated for the rights of the weak and the marginalized, emphasizing the importance of social justice. He was a loving husband, a caring father, and a respected leader, setting a high standard for ethical and moral conduct. But perhaps the most profound aspect of his legacy is the sense of unity he fostered among his followers. Prophet Muhammad's, peace be upon him, message transcended tribal divisions and cultural boundaries, uniting people under the banner of Islam. This unity, rooted in shared faith and mutual respect, continues to be a defining feature of the Muslim community worldwide. In the end, the legacy of Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, is not just about the past. It's an enduring testament to his teachings and values, a legacy that continues to inspire and guide billions of people. His life serves as a beacon of light, guiding humanity towards a path of righteousness, justice, and peace.